Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to game. I believe it's 120, and it's the end of August. I believe August 28th. Seaver versus Mark Davis. Mark Davis, a left-hander, grade CY. We're playing APA Basic. Tom Seaver's a BY, and of late has been pitching better, not going into games as deeply as at the beginning of the year, and I think that's where I kind of was. I mismanaged a little bit. I would let him go a little bit too late, and I feel that he's doing much better now that I am using the bullpen more to support him. And here's his Fleer card, really nice set of Fleer cards that I was able to pick up, about $30, $25 or something like that, plus, of course, shipping. And it just, it's an added dimension. Now, I also pulled Bob Baylor's card. There he is. He played, I think, 3 years with the Mets. And we are about to get started. Not keeping a pencil and paper scorecard. Not doing that. All right, so leading off for the Mets is going to be Bob Baylor. He's playing second base. Then it's Huey Brooks at third base. Keith Hernandez, the first baseman, batting third. Batting cleanup is George Foster, the left fielder. Mark Bradley in center field, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Darryl Strawberry in right field. Batting seventh is Junior Ortiz, the catcher, and Jose Oquendo at shortstop, batting eighth. Finally, Tom Seaver, Tom Terrific, in the ninth spot. So let's get started. Let's play some baseball. And you're going to notice that APA baseball is APA Basic is a quick game, plays very, very quickly. And I also have a lot of the numbers memorized, so that makes it even faster. All right, here's the first pitch, and that is going to be a line shot to center. And Chili Davis in center field plays it on the hop and gets it into Dwayne Kuiper. And Bob Baylor, who has good speed and who has some stolen base ability, is on at first with a single to start us off. So that's a good sign. Huey Brooks is next. And here's the pitch. Huey Brooks, and he lines one. Base hit to left center field. Leonard after it, and Davis comes over and cuts it off. And Baylor's going to try for third. Here's a throw to third, and not in time. So it's first and third, and just like that, the Mets have something going here in the top of the first inning. So that's nice to see. With runners on first and third is Keith Hernandez, and with Taco Hernandez, what we usually do is a hit and run early on in the game. I try to get those out of the way, but I don't want to get into a slump, so I'm going to, or a pattern that's easily identifiable. So I'm going to switch that a little bit and maybe do a little bit later. So first and third, Bob Baylor is at third base. Huey Brooks is at first base. Nobody out. Here's the pitch, a 43, a 12 with infield back. We chose to put the infield back with nobody out just because we want to prevent a big inning. So let's see what happens on a 12. It's going to be a fielder's choice, ground ball. LeMaster, he flips to Kuiper, the throw to first, not in time, a 6-4 fielder's choice, and that is going to allow a run to score. And I'm inputting data into the Stratomatic PC game. So runner on first, Hernandez, and it's George Foster. George Foster so far this season. Let's see what George Foster's done for us this season. Let's quickly look. George Foster this season has 21 home runs. He had a total of 28, so he's right on target. Real good. 40 games left. He needs another 7 home runs to match his 28 totals. So APA Basic gives you very close, very accurate, very accurate batting statistics. I think it's more geared towards batting than it is pitching. Here's the pitch. And a 53, that's a reroll on a randomizer chart for an error possibility of 618, and that's grounded to the shortstop, LeMaster. And LeMaster is a 9, so LeMaster is going to take a fielding column 1, and he makes a great play and throws to first and in time to get Foster. So 2 out now. So a tough hop for LeMaster. Backed up on it a bit. It was really the only way to play that hop. And it's a 6-3 put out. All right. Mark Bradley. 2 outs. Pitch from David, 64, and that's strike 3. And curveball gets Bradley, and that retires the side. All right. So Seaver takes the mound. 38-year-old right-hander. Hall of Famer for sure. Johnny LeMaster. Here's a pitch to LeMaster. 36 is a strikeout. Seaver with a high fastball gets LeMaster. And that's 1 away. LeMaster goes back to the bench, and in the box steps Darrell Evans. He's a left-handed hitter, first baseman. There's a pitch from Seaver, 23, and that's a comebacker to Seaver. Nice play by Seaver, over to first and 2 away. Hope everybody's doing well. Everybody's safe. Jack Clark, 62, and that is a strikeout. So Seaver picks up 2 strikeouts in this inning, and that retires the side. We go to the top of the second. Del Strawberry. And that is a little ground ball, third base. Charging is O'Malley. O'Malley to first, and just gets Strawberry by half a step. Nice scoop by Evans. 5-3 put out. All right, it's Junior Ortiz. Junior, and that is a pop-up left side of the infield. O'Malley in foul territory, now back in fair territory. And he puts it away for out number 2. Okendo with 2 outs. And that's grounded to third. O'Malley backhanded, long throw to first, high, nice stretch by Evans. And that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the second inning. In the bottom of the second inning, we're going to see Leonard leading it off. It's going to be Leonard, Davis, and O'Malley. Here's a pitch from Seaver. And that is a foul ball. And a 24 is a strikeout. So Seaver brings it with a heater and sits down Leonard. Chili Davis. He's the Mets hitting coach at the moment, 2020, and he strikes out against Seaver. So I believe that's 4 strikeouts for Seaver so far, and now it's Thomas O'Malley, left-handed bat, third baseman for the San Francisco Giants. It's a 21. That's a fly ball left field. So O'Malley punches it the opposite field, and Foster, running over in left center field, makes the catch, and that retires the side. Tom Seaver leading it off. And 36 is a strikeout, so Seaver takes strike 3 looking. Top of the order, Baylor. And that's grounded to second, Kuiper. Sidearms at the first, out number 2, And here we go. And that is lifted to left field. Can of corn for Leonard in left. And that retires the side. Go to bottom of the third. John Rabb. He had about 100 at-bats as a catcher for the San Francisco Giants. He is from the area. He's from Los Angeles. I guess that's the state, I should say. I don't know if that's the area. I think there's a distance between San Francisco and Los Angeles, right? And that is a little ground ball and through the left side into left field for a base hit. So Foster gets it in quickly, and Rab is not going to be moving. He's going to be, he's not a slow. First catcher I've seen that isn't a slow, so he's going to go for the extra base if the opportunity presents itself. And we're going to try hit and run with Kuiper, who's a good hit and run guy. 34. Don't know if that's going to happen there. Oh. 34 is going to say, line drive and caught by the shortstop. Oquendo, throw to first in time. 6-6-3, double play. So Kuiper lines out into a double play. That's 2 outs. It's going to be the pitcher, Mark Davis. He bats from the left side. Pitch from Tom Terrific, and that is a strikeout, and that retires the side. Number 5, 5th strikeout for Tom Terrific in this game. So far, Tom is cruising along. And it's not the case in every – oh, wait, that's 2 outs. Wait a second, something happened here. Let me go back. Let me undo that. Hold on. Let me undo something I see, okay. I see what I did. Okay. All right. Just correcting an input error on the double play, and then Davis struck out. All right, so it's going to be Keith Hernandez leading it off. Mark Davis, the lefty, on the mound, and that is ball 4. So Hernandez manages a walk, and he's on at first, doing what a good leadoff batter does, get on base. George Foster's next. And 5, that's going to be hit hard at the shortstop, who flips to Kuiper to throw to first in time. 6-4-3 double play. That's a strikeout. Bradley goes down swinging, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom half of the 4th. See if Seaver can keep it up. At least get to the 5th or the 6th, and then we can bring in that's going to be a line drive base hit to left for LeMaster. Frozen rope off the bat of LeMaster. Sends a Seaver fastball into left. Played on a hop by Foster. So LeMaster's on at first. Dewey Evans. Darrell Evans, excuse me, and that's popped up. In foul ground, catcher Ortiz throws his mask away. Settles under it. And now it's Jack Clark. Here's the pitch from Seaver, 56. That's popped up. And that's out of play. Here's the pitch. Clark 0-2 count, and swings through it for strikeout number 6 for Tom Terrific. There's 2 outs now. And it's Jeffrey Leonard, Hack Leonard, and he lines one. Base hit, left center field. Over for it is Bradley. LeMaster goes to third, so there's going to be runners on first and third here. So a little something brewing in Gianttown. First and third, Chili Davis. Here's a pitch from Seaver, takes high. There goes Leonard, throw down from Ortiz, and he is safe under the tag. So Leonard steals second base. Second and third in the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Mets. Chili Davis. Here's the pitch, and that's, ooh, let's see what that is. Second and third, 25, and that is line drive and caught by Baylor at second base. Baylor timed it perfectly, went up and brought it back down, and that saves a couple of runs. Retires the side. We go to the top of the fifth inning. Darryl Strawberry, and that's line for base hit. So base hit to center field for Darryl Strawberry, the 21-year-old rookie. Next is Ortiz, and that's a fly to left. Under it is Leonard. Oh, Kendall's next. Kendall's not really a good hit and run guy, so I don't hit and run with him at all. And he grounds one to third base. They're going to go to second for one, back to first, and not in time. Oh, Kendall gets to first base. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. 5-4, excuse me. Tom Terrific. Is that a 66? Because that's what we need. And this is grounded to second. Actually, the short picks it up and flips to second, and that retires the side. All right, bottom of the fifth, Tom Terrific. Having a heck of a game. Pitching a three-hitter so far. Let's see if we can get through the bottom of the fifth. It's only a 1-0 lead for Tom. Mets haven't been able to score this season in our replay for the franchise, and that is a 55, and that's a fly ball center field. Will it drop? And Bradley with a great sliding catch. Great catch by Mark Bradley in center field to rob Dwayne Kuiper of at least a single. Had it gotten by him, it would have been much more. All right, Mark Davis now with one out. Oh, wait. Mark Davis with one out. Great catch by, so it's going to be a fly out to center field. And nope, now it's Rab, 62. Where is Rab? And that is a strikeout. Strikeout number 7 for Tom Terrific. And wait a second, I don't know what's going on here. Now O'Malley made the out. Then it was Rab. Now it's Kuiper. Okay. And that's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8 for Seaver. Blows a fastball by Kuiper, who swings wildly into the wind. And it's Bob Baylor. Leading it off, and that's grounded to third. O'Malley up with it. Over to first. One away. 1-0. Mets. Be nice if the Mets could pick up a couple more insurance runs for Tom Terrific. And Brooks lines one right back up the middle for a base hit. Keith Hernandez. Now we're going to try our hit and run. And there goes Brooks. And he is out. 2-6. Brooks caught stealing on a hit and run. Keith Hernandez failed at it. And that put Brooks in a precarious situation because he's not really a base stealer. And that's a 2-6. Hernandez is still up, and 42 is a ball 4. And Davis wanted that call, did not get it, so he's huffing and puffing on the mound. A 2-out walk, a 2-out full count walk, brings up Foster in the top of the 6th inning. 1-0 Mets. And a 24 is strike 3, and that retires the side. So Davis reaches back for a little extra, strikes out Foster, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. So Mets have their bullpen up. See if Seaver can get through this inning. It's the pitcher to start off, and that is a 65, is a foul strike. Again, Davis. Jesus, 15, 23, my God. And that is a 35, and that is another foul strike. 0-2 the count. And this is lifted to left. George Foster racing in, gets there for out number 1. 1-0, bottom of the 6th. Top of the order now. It's going to be Johnny LeMaster leading it off. Playing Apple Basic. Game 120 of our replay of 51. And that's lined for a base hit to left. Foster cuts it off in the corner, gets it back into Okendo. And it's Darrell Evans. Left-handed batter. 31, and that is a little ground ball, and Baylor gets to it. Throw to first, not in time. Little tapper past Seaver. Baylor charged it, threw to first, and Evans was safe, hustling down the line. So it's going to put runners on first and second with only 1 out, and it's Jack Clark. And this is where we're going to have to bring in Jack Clark's a righty. Let's see, we got 2 righties, so we're going to bring in Sisk. It is time for a change, my friends. I pulled Seaver a lot sooner than I used to. Just know we got a really good bullpen, so why not use it? All right, so it's going to be Sisk coming in. All right. Jack Clark runners on first and second, and that's going to be a randomizer check. 16 is a 41, and a 41 is a 21 with runners on first and second. I don't know what that's going to be. We'll find out in a minute. And a 21, it's going to be ground ball to third base, throw to first, and Hernandez bobbles it. Everybody's safe. It's going to be E3, Hernandez. It's going to be charged with an error on that. He doesn't make many errors, but he makes one here. And that loads the bases. This is the typical bad luck that Seaver has. Bases loaded, 1 out. Mets are going to have to bring the infield in for Jeff Leonard, Hack Leonard. Here's a pitch. And that is a strikeout. Huge pitch by Doug Sisk. Comes in with the forkball and strikes out Leonard with the ball low and away. And that's out number 2. Now it's Chili Davis. He's a switch hitter. And that is lined. On the run is Bradley, and Bradley runs it down in center field, and that retires the side. So that was exciting for sure. But the Mets escape potential disaster. And we go to the top of the 7th. It's 1-0 Mets. Mark Bradley. Here's a pitch. 31 is ball 4, so Bradley's on at first. He's got good speed. Darryl Strawberry. Oh, that's a strikeout. Strawberry swings and misses. Ortiz is next. And that's lined for a base hit. Left center field, cut off by Davis. Bradley goes to third, first and third now. Okendo. Infield's going to come in. Here's a pitch to Okendo. 52 is a 27. With first and third, 27 is a ground ball. No, a strikeout. So Okendo swings and misses. And that's 2 outs. And the pitcher spot. So we're going to have to, we're going to be forced to pinch hit here. And who's it going to be? I'm going to bring in Mookie Wilson. Mookie Wilson's going to pinch hit, see if he can get something. All right. First and third, and 2 outs. Mookie Wilson, 1-0 Mets, top of the 7th. Oh boy, 27 is a strikeout, and that retires the side. Back-to-back Ks for Mark Davis, who really bared down there in that situation. And it's going to be a new pitcher for the Mets. We're going to bring in. Oh wow! For some reason, Mets don't. Oh, they do have Diaz. Okay, we're going to see Diaz coming in. He's going to come into that 9th spot. Carlos Diaz had a great season with about a 2 ERA for the Mets in 1983. He's going to face O'Malley, lefty on lefty. That's a snake eyes. Ooh, that's going to be extra bases. That's going to roll to the wall. O'Malley around first, digging for second. Here's a throw, and not in time. So O'Malley's on with a leadoff double. So Rabb, the catcher, John Rabb, here's the pitch, and a 23-29. Let's see what that is. A 29 is a ground ball to Hernandez. Hernandez is going to flip to Diaz covering. That's going to move O'Malley to third. So that's 3-1. And the tying run is at third base for Dwayne Kuiper. Infield's going to have to be in for the Mets. There's no doubt. There's no choice. Here's the pitch. A 65. That's popped up. Kuiper, angry with himself, throws his bat on the ground. And that's going to be the middle of the infield. Baylor makes the catch. 2 away. And this is the situation where the pitcher's up, so we're going to have to pull Davis. For a pinch hitter, it's one of those must situations where you have to. It's like, all right, so who are we going to bring in? We have a lefty. We're going to bring in Joe Youngblood, the ex-Met. Joe Youngblood is coming in. Let's see if we find his card. I think he's got a regular card, not an extra player card. So Joe Youngblood from Houston, Texas. I'm from Houston, Texas, y'all. My name's Joe Youngblood, and I'm going to stroke a line drive into the seats right here. All right, here's Diaz. Pitch to Youngblood, and that is strike 3, and that retires the side. Big K for Carlos Diaz. Blows one by the pinch hitter Joel Youngblood to retire the side and maintain a 1-0 lead for the Mets. And we're going to see a new pitcher for the Giants. Not sure who they use here. Randy Martin. I'm going to bring in Minton. Close game. We're going to bring in a good pitcher. So it's a close game. So that's how I do it. Close games, I'll bring in the better pitchers. If it's a blowout, I'll bring in the worst pitchers. Try to stick to that. Bob Baylor leading it off. In the top of the 8th, 1-0 Mets. Mets have 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. Giants have no runs, 6 hits, 1 error, no errors. Baylor, 31, and that is a little ground ball and through the infield. So Baylor's on with a single, and he has good, decent speed. So we'll try our second hit run of the game. That's a 33. That's going to be a line shot. That's going to go for, I believe that's going to go for a base hit. Let's see. Hit and run. And it says 7. Single to right against it. Yep. It's a base hit. And going to third is Baylor. So the Mets have something going here. Potential insurance run is at third base in the speedy Baylor. So that is going to force the Giants to bring the infield in, and it's Keith Hernandez. Here's a pitch from Minton, and a 44 against the beat pitcher. That's going to be line shot, and that is a big pitcher base hit. 1 run scores, and hustling over to third is Brooks. 2-0 Mets. Keith Hernandez huge hit to give the Mets just a little bit extra padding there here in the top of the 8th inning. George Foster's up next. Pitch from Minton. It feels in 22, and that is 22 and a beat pitcher. And again, we got a beat pitcher 7. That's going to be a fly ball deep center field. Davis back. This is going to be deep enough to score Brooks. It's going to be a sac fly for George Foster. Another RBI for Foster. Got a bunch of them. We go back because I didn't categorize that correctly. It's a sac fly. Let me get the sac fly in there. There it is, sac fly. One runner scores, other stays on his base to center field. Got it now. All right, the score's 3-0 Mets. And it's Mark Bradley. Pitch from Minton. And a 26 is a strikeout. Bradley swings and misses at a pitch that was outside. 2 outs. And Dow Strawberry. And a 56 is a strikeout. That retires the side. So Diaz is on the mound. He's going to face LeMaster here in the bottom of the 8th. 3-0 Mets. And that's grounded to short. Up with it is Oquendo. Fires to first. Low throw, but scooped out by Hernandez. Nice defensive play by Keith Hernandez, who came over from the St. Louis Cardinals earlier this year in the June 15th trading deadline. And their defense has really been uplifted since Hernandez has joined the team at first base. And this is grounded to second base. Charging is Baylor. Baylor sets his feet, throws to Hernandez, and that's out number 2. So Evans, Darrell Evans grounds out. 4-3. We're in the bottom half of the 8th with 2 outs. 3-0 Mets. San Francisco. August 28th, 1983. Where were you? Jack Clark, 36, and that is ball 4. Just have a base runner. Jack Clark walks with 2 outs. Next is Hack Leonard, and that's popped up. Behind the plate, Ortiz flips his mask away, settles under it near the stands, and he makes the catch. And that retires the side. Top of the 9th. Minton is still in there. He's going to be facing Ortiz. And that's grounded to second base. Kuiper up with it, throws the first, 1 away. Jose Oquendo next, and he lines one for a base hit. So Oquendo singles. And it's the pitcher. We're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Rusty Staub. Love to bring in Rusty. Rusty versus Minton, the righty. Rusty Staub comes in. We'll probably see Orozco in the 9th inning. And that is a hard hit ground ball right at the second baseman. Kuiper flips to LeMaster for 1, back to first in time. 4-6-3 double play. Side retired. So Rusty grounds, hits it hard, but right at the second baseman, who proceeds to turn a double play, a 6-4-3 double play. And that retires the side. So we're going to bring in Jesse Orozco now to finish it up. And defensively, Baylor is second base. He's good. Let's see. Let's check our defense. We're going to bring in, I have no, you know what? I'm going to put Bob Baylor in left field. Put Bob Baylor in left field. I'm going to bring in Giles at second. And he's going to be replacing Foster. All right. So we've improved our defense. It's going to be Chili Davis, O'Malley, and Rab in the bottom of the ninth for the Giants. It's 3-0 Mets. Let's pull Orozco's card, and let's look at his baseball card. Let's look at Orozco's baseball card. Orozco was the closer for the Mets in those dynasty years, the mid to late 80s. Let's see if we found. There he is. There's Jesse Orozco, pitcher. So Jesse Orozco's come into the game. He started with the Mets in 1979. Had 35 innings. Then went back to Jackson and Tidewater for 80 and 81. 81, he was called up again. Joined the Mets in 17 innings, had a 1.59 ERA. And in 82, he had 109 innings with a 2.72 ERA. In 83, he had 110 innings with a 1.47 ERA. Wow. So he was pretty much unhittable. Jesse Orozco, there he is. All right, so he's in the game, on the mound. Baylor's in left field. And Okendo, Giles is at second. Bradley in center, Strawberry in right. Here goes, going to be Chili Davis. Here's the pitch. And that is fly ball, right field, right center field. On the run is Strawberry towards the track and runs it down. Got a great jump on that ball. You could see it. He followed it right off the bat all the way. So great play by Darryl Strawberry. Hey there, RJL is in the house and Tribe Fan. Always great to see Tribe Fan. He has always a very interesting Colorado Rocky replay that he's doing. I believe it's 2016. I hope I'm not wrong on the season. Could be 2017. Okay, so it's 3-0, bottom of the ninth. 3-0. Mets. And it's going to be a guy named Thomas Patrick Tom O'Malley. And you know he stops at the pub on his way home. He's from Orange, New Jersey. All right, here's Jesse Orozco. We were just talking about Jesse Orozco with a 1.47 ERA in 1983 in 110 innings pitched. I did not know that. Wow, what? Jesse Orozco leads in games appeared in the majors. Wow, that's nuts, dude. I didn't know that. Fascinating. And this one is a ground ball to the second baseman, Giles, who scoops it up, fires the first, and in time. So that's 2 away. So the Mets are 1 out away from victory for Tom Terrific. And again, I explained how I really learned how to manage the 83 Mets. They have a tremendous bullpen. What I was doing, a mistake I was making, as I was letting our starters go a little bit too deep into the games, when by the 6th inning I should have started pulling guys. You know, I should have started pulling guys, and that would have made a huge difference in terms of the wins. Because if the starters were winning 4-2, I'd let them go into the 8th. They'd give up a couple of runs, and now it was 4-4, and eventually they potentially lose a game. But I don't do that anymore. Now I'm just bringing in the relievers. They got a tremendous relief corps. They got Doug Sisk, Jesse Orozco, and a guy named Carlos Diaz, who was lights out in 1983. He's a left-hander from the Dominican Republic. Tremendous pitcher. Tribe is in the house. It's always good to see Tribe Fan. All right. And this is John Rabb, and we are going to pinch hit here for John Rabb. We got a lefty, so we're going to look and see who we got. A bench, we got a pinch hitter. It's going to be Venable. No, he's a lefty. A guy named Brenly. I believe he's the other catcher. Let's see. Let's look at our cards and see who we got available, because, you know, APA doesn't give you every single player. I make up a lot of player. Brenly's there. All right, I can bring in Brenly. Wellman, I believe, is also there, but so we're going to bring in Wellman. Let Wellman hit. But wait a second. Why lose the catcher? Because the catcher would have to come in anyway. So let's let the catcher hit. And because you never know, we'll tie this game up. We'll need an extra player to pinch hit later on. Never say never. I just watched that July 4th game, 1985. Holy smokes. Never say never, ever. Blew my mind. Went to the 19th inning. Gooden started that game. There were 2 rain delays. He went home. He went to sleep. He woke up 6 hours later in the hotel. He turned on the TV, and the game was still going on. He thought it was the highlights, but no, the actual game was still playing. All right, so it's going to be Bob Brenly coming in. Here's the pitch from Roscoe, and that is a pop-up. Infield, Okendo makes the catch, and that is the ball game. So just like that, the Mets pick up a victory, and I'm going to go to the box score and give you the necessary data very quickly, so you have an idea what went on here. Brooks had 3 hits, batting .276, and Baylor two for 4, batting .225. Hernandez had 2 RBIs. Tom Seaver wins his 5th game of the year. He was 9-14. He's 5-14 in the replay. He lowered his ERA to 3.95. His ERA in reality was 3.55. So Sis picks up a hold. Diaz picks up a hold. Orozco picks up his 13th save with a 2.28 ERA. And this is CP Cards and Dice. Don't know what else to tell you. So APA Basic, this is, I'm not sure what start it is, but this is a game played August 28th, 1983. So I guess Seaver has about 5 more starts. And I'm trying to finish this off before I get started on I embark on another replay using Payoff Pitch. I'm going to do a replay using them. I haven't done that in a while, maybe in a year. I think I've taken a year off from really playing them consistently. So I'm going to play them again a little while. I just created a tutorial, and I shared it on the Facebook page called Payoff Pitch Group Network or Gamers Network. So check that out. It's a sacrifice fly, simple sacrifice fly tutorial, how to do it. And then I added just a little twist to it, a very minor twist. This is CP Cards and Dice. I will check out your streams, guys. So take care. And let's go Mets. Mets win it by a score of 3-0. Mets with 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and the Giants with no hits, no runs, 6 hits, and no errors.